Hey crafters, are you ready for back to school? Well, here in Australia where I'm from, school is still going strong. Our school year runs from February to November, and the summer break being over December and January. But I know that many of my viewers are from the Northern Hemisphere, so you guys are right in the middle of summer. And August means thinking about back to school. So today we're going to be making this library bag. It's a library bag or a school book bag or anything you'd like to do with school to put books in. So I'll be using the free August SVG and personalizing it, so your child will never lose their books again. Well, that's the plan, but we all know that doesn't matter how many names we put on things or personalize anything, your kids are still gonna lose things. If you're new here, my name is Sarah and I love all things craft. Before we get to the tutorial, I just want to let you know that all the links for everything are in the description below. And if you ever have any questions, why not pop them in the comments? So these are the supplies that you'll need to grab if you want to make this cute bag. I just grabbed this calico bag from my local craft supply store. I'm sure you can pick one up in your local area, or there's always Amazon. So today we'll be using HTV or heat transfer vinyl for this one. Now I've got black, green and yellow. Now I did think about doing the apple in this groovy pink glitter color, but I went for the traditional red. But you can use any colors you like. And then I've got this nice blue glitter, which I'm going to use to personalize the name. I'll also be using the Cricut heat press, as well as my Cricut machine, and the free SVG for August. Now I've linked all these things in the description below if you want to know where you can grab them. Now let's head to Design Space and get this cut out. So here we are in Design Space. So just head over to my website to download the free August SVG. So you'll find the link for that one in the description below. But if you want a quick tutorial on how to download the file, you can just watch this quick video that I will link here, but also in the description. So once you've brought the file over into Design Space, we just need to resize it to fit the tote bag. So my tote bag is 38 centimeters wide and 40 centimeters long. So I thought that about 25 centimeters wide would be perfect. So once I've done that, it makes it 25 centimeters wide and about 17 high, which I think will fit perfectly onto my tote bag. So you'll see that this file is actually quite a few layers and they're all grouped together. So if we just click on ungroup, we will discover that this one is in one piece and the apple is in 3 separate pieces. So I'm just going to personalize this with a name on the bottom and also on the side book here. So let's just make that happen by adding some text. So I'm just going to use the font Bernard, which I quite like. And you can download that from Creative Fabrica. I'll put the link to that particular script below. If you have a Creative Fabrica account, you can download it for free as part of your subscription, but if not, then you can also purchase it as well. But I'll leave the link to that below. So I'm just going to put in what we want it to say. I'm just going to do Jason's books. Why Jason? I don't know, just the name that came to mind. So we need to make it the right size to fit in there. That looks about right. So I'll just change the colour of that one to blue. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put Jason's Adventures on the side of this book as well. So I'll just copy that one. Change the ending one here to Adventures. I'm going to have to make this quite a little bit smaller so it fits, but also we want to make it see that it would fit, so we can change the way it angles by just hovering. Let's try that one again. I'm just going to move it over here so you can see. If you leave your cursor off to the side, the arrow that is bent comes into play, so you can just move that and you can see the degrees of change will go with it. So I need to just pop it over here and get it to the right size to fit in this book. Just need to change the angle a little bit more, so we'll just wait till that arrow comes up. We can find it again. There it is. And angle it till it fits in there. There we go, that's about the right size. It doesn't need to be exactly at the right angle because I'm going to just print that out straight and pop it in there after once we've cut it out. So I think that's pretty much the right size for that. So that's ready to go. Before I do cut it out though, I will just take this one and make it straight again. Wow. Lots of things happening right now. It'll just be easier to cut out that way. There we go. Excellent. So now all of our layers that we're going to cut out have been done. So let's go to make it. Now it's going to put all the different colors onto different layers. So we've got the first being the outline, the second one being the apple, and then we've got the stalk, the leaf, and the two different words. I'm just going to put a bit of space between that just so that gives me a bit more option to weed those. Excellent. Now, one thing we can't forget, because we are doing it on HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl, it needs to be mirrored. So we need to make sure that we go in and click on mirror on all of these layers. If you've ever forgot to mirror, you know how annoying it can be when you go to put it on and you realize and it's like, oh, you have to recut it. All right, so they're all mirrored there, fine. So when we go to continue, we need to use the iron on setting. Now that will come up with another reminder. Make sure mirror is turned on and iron on material is face down. So the shiny side is down. So we'll add a little bit more pressure and we'll get ready to go. Okay, so now we have it all cut out. We've got the black one, the apple, the leaf, the stalk, and the words. Perfect. Now just to weed them all. I just grabbed an oldish mat because I just find if it is stuck down a little bit, it makes it easier to weed. Let me just grab my brayer. If you don't have one of these, a brayer, definitely get one. It's worth its weight in gold. Okay, let's weed. so much for having it stuck down. I don't know if I mentioned before, but this is a lot easier to weed HTV than it is to weed the normal vinyl. Just comes off a lot easier. There's that one done. This will be a little bit more fiddly. You know what? I'm going to cut this one out again because you can see it hasn't cut all the way through in these areas. And instead of trying to fix it, I'm just going to cut it out again. I should have used the holographic iron-on pressure on my Cricut. Well, lesson learned. Let's do it again. So I'm back to just cut these words out again. And when I got here, I realized that I also forgot to combine them or to weld them together. So if we just go to combine and weld, that will make the letters stay together. I mean, they stayed together anyway, but this welds them. But what I also am going to check is sometimes when you download a new font, for some reason it's not completely clean. So if you click on the word and go to contour, this will show you all the cuts that it's going to do for those words. Now, if I scroll down, you can see the B, the N, the J. If I scroll down to the end, there's all these little pieces here that it's going to cut out. Now, I don't want them in there because they are just weird random bits that was when the person created the font. So if I just click on all of those, now because they're highlighted, it means they won't be in the word. So now that's just going to cut a bit cleaner, and I'll do the same with this one. This one actually has quite a lot of little bits that are extra, and it will just help when it cuts it out. If I take them out, it will just be cleaner. There we go, and we can get out of there. Alright, so I just want to recut these words, so I'll just go to make it and down to the blue one and separate them a little bit, and I want to recut just these ones. So I leave this page highlighted, click on continue, so this time we'll choose holographic heat transfer. Oh, and I actually have forgotten to mirror, so let's go to edit and we'll just click mirror, which was a very good reminder. So now it's mirrored and I've got it set face down on my Cricut. Holographic heat transfer. I'm going to give it a bit more pressure this time and we're ready to go. Okay, so let's try that again. Ah, much better. Much cleaner. There we go, much better, much cleaner, better cut. Always a tip to make sure you cut on the right setting. Let's weed the rest. Perfect. Now to putting it all together. I've heated up my heat press. Just going to give this a little bit of an iron to get out these creases. Okay, so it's also a tip to keep all your little pieces together and not just leave them lying around, because I just spent the last 10 minutes looking for this tiny piece, only to, after cutting out another one, discover it on the back side of my mat, stuck to it. Crazy. Okay, let's get on with this. So this bit we will need to pop down first. So I'll just grab a ruler and make sure I've got it in the right spot. There we go, that looks good. Now, according to the manufacturer's directions, I need to set this for 12 seconds on 150. I'm going to have to do it in 2 sections because I have a small heat press. It says to leave it to cool before I pull it off. Okay, so that is cooled down. So now we'll just peel this one off. There we go, so that one turned out quite nicely. Now let's put the other pieces on. Now I have this Teflon sheet, which I just got from Amazon, so it's nothing special. But that will just protect the vinyl that I've already put on. So let's do the apple. Wait for that to cool. Okay, that's pulled off, and then let's pop this bit on. Give it a quick heat over for a few seconds. And there we go, there's our apple done. Now to do the name. Just turn this around so it's a bit longer there. Now we want Jason's books to be centered in here. Just give a quick measure. It's pretty right. Now we'll do the same with this one. Peel it off when it's cool. Ooh, I like that. Sparkly. Now to put the one on the side book here. Got a bit of excess on this one, so I'll just cut that off. And when this one's cool, peel that one off too. There we go. That turned out pretty good. I just give it one more quick little press. And there we are. Turned out quite good. Well, there you go. I think that one turned out great. I'm really happy with the end result. I hope you had fun crafting with me today. Did you use the traditional colours for the apple, or did you go with something sparkly and different? If you're going to grab the free SVG for this month, I would love to see how you use it. People always come up with new interesting things that I've never thought of. You can find all the links in the description below. And why not sign up for my monthly newsletter so you never miss a free SVG? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back soon with some more crafty adventures, but until then, have a great week and I'll see you next time. Bye.